all S&M eventually became more like a day job for me than anything else. I had these two guys, I saw them every single day. They were both named Dave. Morning Dave and Afternoon Dave. Morning Dave had a very posh home. He was an exhibitionist. He liked to be made to stand naked in the window and masturbate. His house was at the end of a cul-de-sac. It was one of those beige communities, so it was just like all the other homes. He had this big window that looked out over a really busy street in Denver. And that window could be seen by one of the neighbors if they came out onto their balcony. Every morning for 2 years, Dave and I got together and masturbated in the kitchen window. I'd slap him around and pinch his nipples, give them a show. I guess he was hoping someone would notice, that someone would honk, that someone would see this middle-aged white man masturbating in the kitchen window, pull over and get out the love stick. One day, a couple of teenagers, they saw us. They circled around a couple times and parked down in a little parking alcove across the way. And you could see they were just going crazy, smoking weed and drinking beer and probably having a blast down there. Oh, Dave was thrilled. He was so excited. He said, "Oh, they can see us." I said, "Yeah, I know. That's where they parked." We just kept getting off in the window, totally digging it. At the very same moment, his neighbor came out on the balcony, drinking his coffee. But his neighbor didn't look. His neighbor just stood there staring straight ahead, not looking at the neighbor who's masturbating in the kitchen window 5 feet away. Just sipping his morning Joe. No, not seeing it, not seeing it. Dave was on the verge of orgasm. He was so thrilled. The fact that these neighborhood kids and this neighbor could see us masturbating in the window, oh boy, he almost popped it all over the window. It was crazy. It was so insane. It was totally bizarre. Morning Dave had a 2-story home, but I never saw the upstairs. He said he had a wife and kids, and he didn't want the upstairs of his home to be tainted by anything perverted going on up there. He didn't want me to see his bedroom, but he didn't seem to have a problem with me masturbating on his kitchen table. Yeah, at first it bothered me a lot, but then I started fantasizing about what might be going on upstairs. So I started to think that his wife and kids, they're up there. He keeps them in a cage. And they're prisoners against their will, and he uses them as his little sex slaves. And if I go up there, I'd see it, and he'd have to push me in the cage too. So every day when I saw Dave, I just had to imagine that this horrible torture chamber was upstairs, because otherwise I would have really wanted to go up there.